Alright, so this is Steven's Lion. Again, just so much to say about this one.
If you encounter a cotton candy lion, don't bring it home. It probably just wants a jewel and a pillow.
Yeah, but will most likely stay with you, at least. I'm assuming. I see that lion on everything. So I'm assuming he's a main character now. Does he have a name, or was it just Lion?
They let him keep him, just like Amethyst, who... Wow, what's with all the amethyst tape?
That was pretty neat.
Yeah, and then Pearl's like, ha ha, like Amethyst, the bitch. I was like, whoa.
Well, she's not always the nicest either, but yeah, so he has a lion now. He pretty much comes across this lion in this sand world, where they get this jewel, and he's pretty much advertising
shadows again.
He's pretty much advertising him like, wow, you're the softest thing in the world. You're like the cotton candy of the Jungle Kingdom. I'm like, available now for $29.95.
It did look like a giant plushie.
Yeah, I mean, it's like...
Well done, creators. Well done.
We always talk about how the 80s was nothing but just trying to sell toys. It's like, I don't know how more blatant you could probably get than this. Yeah, he has a cool roar. I'm assuming it's a he, that can break down, like,
I think it's more of an it.
Yeah, probably. And Steven thinks he has a connection with it, but really just wanted the jewel.
Steven's pregnant!
That was really funny. What the hell was that onion thing? It's just like, Onion, what about you? And he just sort of goes, it's like, oh. And it's like, I just don't know what that was. So there's some kind of onion person that's either a person or a mascot, or I have no idea. Maybe it's just a mascot for the restaurant, I don't know.
To the comments! They'll explain it.
I get a feeling we're going to see that blog guy later, because why would he explain his blog? Just a joke that didn't go anywhere. So, even though it was kind of funny, oh my god, it's invisible! No, that was pretty funny. What I find interesting about the show is that its color scheme... like during that sandstorm, I was saying to myself, if you told me you would find like the colors brown and peach and yellow,
don't forget pink.
Yeah, and pink. If you would find all those interesting, like, what? But they do a good job with it. When
I'm
that storm is going on, it's just they make those colors appealing.
I'm gonna say this straight up, and friends that know me well, and my wife in particular, know this. I hate those colors.
Yeah.
Hate those colors. It somehow works in the show.
They make it
no
interesting.
idea why.
I think by just engulfing it in the colors.
Any form of pastels are probably my least favorite colors on the planet. The whole 70s color palette scheme altogether, those earth tones and browns and light oranges and puke greens and
I always think I hate
those too. So yeah, I don't know. There's something about this show though where they do it in an interesting way, and it reminds me. We were talking about. I got him into Bob's Burgers, and he said, he came back yesterday, and he's like, you were like, the show is not ha funny, but there's something mesmerizing about it.
Yeah, there's something hypnotic.
And I turned to Doug today, and I'm like, there's something about Steven Universe. It's not thrilling, but there's something mesmerizing and hypnotic about it. Like every time it's on, I kind of just zone out. I'm just like, huh.
I actually felt very
there's something very zen about it that I really enjoy.
Yeah, when I watch it, it sounds weird or maybe not, I don't know, but it does kind of feel like I'm 8 years old watching a Saturday morning cartoon kind of thing, but not like the best one or the most riveting or anything like that, but it's kind of, it just sort of sucks you in.
What it reminds me of? Those very surreal 80s cartoons.
Yeah.
Like on the periphery, like
Cities of Gold, maybe, or kind of like that.
even stuff like Silverhawks and Thundercats, or Masters of the Universe. Were just weird to watch. Like if you watch them kind of objectively, it really hits you occasionally how weird they are, and it's just like, here's a really weird setting with weird looking people. Here's a muscle bound man in a pink vest with a blonde mop top running around fighting a skeleton and the wereman, and he's got a green tiger. It's like the second you start thinking about it, you're like, what the fuck? And it's the same thing with this show. The second you start thinking about it, you're like, what the fuck? But if you just like let yourself go and just be hypnotized by it, it's kind of like, whoa.
Yeah, it's like the first time in a while I think I watched a show, and I mean this in a good way. I was kind of like I wasn't like
I don't.
I was like, oh, what's gonna happen or anything like that.
I don't get that way with Adventure Time. I don't get that way with Gravity Falls.
Way, yeah.
I get it with this show.
Yeah,
like in Adventure Time, Adventure Time's a lot of fun.
Those shows more,
but like I'm also watching something like. I had a friend who just got me into like Phineas and Ferb, and they're very loud and Adventure Time. They're very in your face and a lot of fun. But this one, it's just like. It's like meditating or something. You just get lost in it. Like
we're just gonna kind of do our own thing.
It's almost like playing a video game, like when you're really good at like Super Mario Brothers or something, and you don't even think about it, and you realize that 20 minutes has passed. You're like, where'd the time go? Like you were just playing and just lost in playing, and it's kind of like that.
The whole show sort of has this feel like it's doing its own thing, but it's not showing it off, you know? Like, even though I love Adventure Time and Gravity Falls and stuff, I mean, it's really showing off how much of their own thing they're doing, and that's fine.
Right down to the color scheme. Those are all bright, like, Adventure Time in particular, bright primary colors, very simple, and then Gravity Falls, it's still very...
shadowy, but still strong
primary color-based, very saturated colors. And this one, it's... Like, Pearl in particular is almost a desaturated character. She's just very light colors. I was commenting to you that she almost feels penciled in. Like, the other characters have very strong, defined lines, and she feels like she's just been sketched in, barely painted with watercolors, and like, and the backgrounds have that same vibe to it. So
the atmosphere.
We were able to talk about this.
the atmosphere that I get from it is that most shows and. Arguably, understandably so, are like, hey, come watch us. You know, we're fun, we're cool, whatever. Steven Universe has a feeling of, you know, we're just going to do our own thing. You are more than welcome to join us. We would love to have you, but you don't need to. We're going to do our own thing no matter what. You know, and there's sort of this laid-back nature that you kind of respect going in, where all these other shows, like I said, no problem at all, I really like them for it, are very extreme and how we're going to do our own thing, it's going to be amazing. It's like,
Gravity Falls is like Mr. Wu's shop, or it's like the Gremlin shop. Like, it's all weird shit, and you're like, oh, what's this? And Adventure Time is like the dancing monkey, it's like the dancing performers on the street, blowing shit up, and like, ooh, look at this, it's like a big magic show. And this show is like that weird guy just playing the guitar in the corner, the sad Spanish guitar, like.
Hey, but he doesn't even have like
no cup, no nothing, and you just walk past him and stare at him for a while. This show is literally the music in the background in an atmospheric scene.
Yeah,
that's what this show is, and it works. It just lulls you into this hypnosis.
Yeah, so it's and I mean, when we say that, I think we're not talking about in a bad way at all.
No, it's actually in a good way, because it's very hard to do.
Yeah, it's. But yet it is so strange, and it is.
Yeah, I mean, in some ways, as much as I love Adventure Time and Gravity Falls, like their setups have it kind of easy, where it's like if they know what they're doing right. But if they know what they're doing right, it's bright colors. You got mystery. You got all these things that can just be like, hey, look at this. This one, it's like it's a little harder to come up with something that just sucks you in without having to, do anything all that fancy.
I mean, we've had one or two episodes where we've gotten like really extreme with something like the Fry guy and stuff like that. And I know there's other ones that come up
there's occasionally, but like we've had 2 episodes in a row now where it's like, what the hell do you say?
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. There was a pink lion. If you describe it, it's like some. I don't know, it's like some haiku or something. There was a pink lion, a gem and a pillow. The lion is his friend. Like the end. That's not a haiku, but it's like something like that. It's almost not
first haiku to have the end in it.
Well, the syllables are right at it, but it's got that feeling to it. It's like this is just like one giant Zen haiku, or no, it's like it's like a Zen koan. It's like there is a pink lion. He wants the gem and the pillow. You do not want to give him the gem and the pillow. What do you do? And what is the sound of one hand clapping?
So no, it was a good episode. Yeah, you're right. We did actually have more to talk about than I
Shane?
guess. You know,
Shane?
but again, that is a testament to its artistry and its
And our desperation.
well, but no, sort of it's
No,
different.
no,
it's different
I
way
know.
of storytelling too, which I really respect. So
You know what this is? This is closer to how I know what it reminds me of. Now I got it, or I should say, since Steven Universe is probably out first, Over the Garden Wall.
Yeah,
Similar thing. It's like
Well,
what
it's
the-
the same people.
like, what the
yeah.
yeah.
Well, I mean, not exactly, but people that came from Adventure Time and sort of branched off and did their own thing.
Yeah, so it's got that vibe to it of like, I don't know what the fuck you say about this, but it's fascinating to watch.
Yeah, and it's, you know, as much as we always talk about, hey, it's nice when we see something based on something else do something kind of different. Like we just talked about Ant-Man and stuff. It is nice to see something different do something different. You know, just something totally new come along and say, hey, let's kind of do our own weird new thing and see it become a big hit. I think we're seeing that much more on TV than we are in movies. But even not to say I'm against movies right now either, but yeah, so no, I'm with you. I think there's a very cool environment and atmosphere to it that's just kind of, it pulls you in its own way, and it doesn't feel it needs to play by any other way. Even the names, you know, I'm like, was it Amethyst? Is that it, Amethyst? And
Why is this so difficult?
No, but I'm saying
Amethyst.
No, I got it. But from a marketing standpoint, nobody would ever give those names. I mean, those are not the easiest names to remember.
Yeah, 'cause
and
Pearl is so difficult.
No, Pearl's easy, obviously, and even Steven Universe.
Steven!
But I mean, going in and not explaining the show or how it works or anything, just starting right in the middle. I mean, from a marketing standpoint, these are all not typically good choices, but that's part of its charm, and that's part of why it works. And I think that's part of why it sucks so many kids and adults in as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, no, good episode. Like I said, I'm surprised we talked about it as much as we did. So
You're welcome.
you're welcome. So
I'll give you a cookie if you shut up.
So
Although if they don't know the reference, they think we've gone insane.
Actually, someone had a great thing on Tumblr. It just shows a shot from the Devil episode of like me, Santa Christ, the Devil, and Rita from Power Rangers. It says, "Anyone that does not watch Nostalgia Critic explain this picture." So
Santa Christ, Debbie Reynolds, and God.
but again, you could with this show, kind of the same thing. Like even if you do watch the show, it's like explain what's going on. It's like it's tricky, but that's part of the charm of it too. So yeah, that's
I think I'm going to
about it.
start writing even... I think...
Haikus based on Steven Universe.
I think I'm going to start writing haikus based on Steven Universe. This sounds like fun. Because you would totally confuse them for Zen haikus.
Yeah, you would. Like, no, it's supposed to clear your mind. Oh, it's also part of this large, complicated story that's almost the exact opposite of Zen and haikus. But nevertheless, it could also be this too. That's the
5
magic
syllables.
of the show.
A desert lion. Now we'll need 7 syllables. It's going to take a while, but...
Yeah, have fun with that. So that's it. We'll see you in the next one. Later.